All right, 7th graders, Miss Wentland here to walk you through the correction of the fractions and decimal review. Please have this review paper out in front of you. Have a pen to correct it. And please listen along as I talk about the answers and go over the expectations. These are the similar directions and types of problems that you will see on your summative today. All right, so the first one says, write each fraction as a decimal and use bar notation to show repeating decimals. So if it's a repeating decimal, you have to make sure to use bar notation. Remember that to turn a fraction into a decimal, that fraction bar means to divide. So you're really doing 3 divided by 10. In the first one for number 1, 3 divided by 10 would be 0.3. I would also very much appreciate it if you could box in your answers on the summative. 2/5. 2 divided by 5 is 0.4. If the fraction is negative, that means the decimal is negative as well. So you bring the negative along. And 5 divided by 6 is 0.83. Only the 3 is repeating, so that means only the line would go over the 3. If it's a whole number, like the negative sign, that comes along as well. So I bring along the -7. In my calculator, I do 4 divided by 9, and that is 0.4 repeating. So in the end, the decimal would be -7.4 repeating. Remember, you only write the number once that repeats and then put the line over it. 5 divided by 8 is 0.625. That is a terminating decimal, so there is no line over it. 1 4/15. Bring the 1 over and you get 1.2, and only the 6 repeats, so I put a line over the 6. That is how we convert a fraction into a decimal. The next one says, write each decimal as a fraction or mixed number in its original form and simplify. You are going to get points for both pieces. So if I look at the first one, it is a terminating decimal. With terminating decimals, you write it like you read it. So this would be 2 8/100ths because the 8 is in the hundredths place. That's my original form, and now I simplify it. So I put 8/100ths in my calculator, and I will find that simplifies down to 2/25. You can use a calculator on your summative. No other notes or materials. Number 8 is also a terminating decimal. So I write it like I read it, 45/100ths. And because the decimal is negative, so is the fraction. There's my original fraction, and that simplifies down to -9/20. The next one is repeating. Remember, with repeating, that's where your 9s come into play. So if one number is repeating, like I see here, it is 1/9. Now 1/9 does not simplify, so therefore that is my only answer I have to write. Whereas in number 10, 2 numbers simplify. When 2 numbers repeat. When 2 numbers repeat, then your number is over 99. Remember, we could put the 0 in front of there, but it doesn't really do us any good, so we just leave it off. -2 3/99 will then simplify down to -2 1/33. The whole number just gets brought along with the negative sign as well. If I go to number 11, now I go back to a terminating decimal. Terminating decimals are one we write like we read it, 875 thousandths. And 875 thousandths reduces down to 7/8. Then I go back to repeating. Repeating are the ones that go over 9. In this case, I again have 2 numbers repeating, so it is over 99. And that simplifies down to 10 3/11. The whole number just keeps getting brought along, and in your calculator, you can just put the fraction before simplifying. All right, in the next set of numbers, notice that the directions say to convert to decimals below the fraction to prove. So on the summative, likewise, we will look for you to change them into decimals. You only have to write enough for you to be able to compare. So 3/7 is 0.428. 4/9 would be 0.4 repeating. So if I go out 3 more with this, I can see that 4/9 is going to be larger than the 3/7. With negatives, remember you need to kind of flip your mind around. So this fraction is negative 0.625, and this one is negative 0.6. If there are no numbers after it, remember you can add zeros so that they both go out 3. Then I need to think to myself, would I rather be 625 in the whole or 600 in the whole? And I would rather just be 600 in the whole. 2½ is 2.5. 2 5/12 is 2.416 repeating. I really only need to go out to the ones place, but if I want to make them both go out 3, I still see that 2½ is greater than 2 5/12. 5/8 is 0.625, which also happens to be the decimal that they gave us. So that means that these two are equal to one another. 4.37 is already written as a decimal. If I take 19/50ths, I will find that that is 4.38. 4.38 is slightly larger than the 4.37. Here again, we have some more negatives, negative 2.54. And again, 27 divided by 50 is also 0.54. So these two negatives are actually equivalent to one another, right? So there looks at your review. Take a moment to look it over, and then we will collect it, and you will take the summative. You've got this. Take your time. Use your calculator. Have a great day.